Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Stephen Ratcliffe, a psychotherapist, and I'm also the founder of SR Therapy Centre. And I thought I would start with my first video just explaining some of my plans for the channel. So my first priority is to give lots of resources and videos that cover a wealth of kind of advice and tips that might be helpful for people struggling with their mental health and well-being. In my practice, I see lots of people with common mental health problems. So people struggling with depression or low mood or post-traumatic stress disorder, obsessive compulsive disorder, and the many different anxiety disorders as well. Things like excessive worry, or we call generalized anxiety, or phobias, social anxiety or health anxiety, panic attacks. There's many people that I see in my practice with many of these types of problems. And there are lots of really useful interventions that I found really helpful. And I really want to share those with you and make some videos that you can access that are easy to use and helpful in your day-to-day life. So that's my first priority. My second priority is also to help people with who are going through the training within their practice of therapy. So it could be cognitive behavior therapy. And I see lots of trainees and qualified therapists as their supervisor. And I've also done some lecturing at universities. And I found that there's lots of really useful tips that I would have liked to have known at that stage, because it's quite daunting starting on that path. So I would love to create some content for people out there who are going through this period of time in their career, and that might help them become their better therapists themselves. So that's my sort of second priority. I guess to give you a little bit of insight about my background as a therapist, I actually started as a mental health nurse, and I started that in 2009. And I worked in the National Health Service, and I worked there for about 7 years in different types of roles, some managerial roles and some as a general mental health nurse. And and I've always had a bit of a passion for talking therapy, so I've always been very keen to train, especially in cognitive behavior therapy. So when I did my training, I then moved into again in the National Health Service in our NHS as a therapist, and I've absolutely loved it. And I've been working in that role for about 7 or 8 years before I started my own private practice. And now that's where I work. I work in my own private practice, and I love what I do. I'm very grateful to be able to help people and support people in their lives when they're struggling. And but I guess I noticed that there are lots of gaps in uh, sort of some of the videos that we have on YouTube, and I find that there's lots of really useful advice and interventions that I would like to see more of, that I would use with my clients. And I thought, well, why not sort of create your own content? Why don't I try and put that out there that I can use for myself, but also other people might find it helpful too. Um, so that's what's led me to this point. So I hope you found that interesting. I hope that's been okay for you. And if you would like to subscribe, if you think this the content I'm going to put out is interesting to you or be helpful, then please feel free to subscribe. I'm aiming to post at least one video a week, and hopefully build from there. And if there are any videos you do like, please feel free to like them. Feel free to comment as well. I have lots of ideas of some of the content I want to put out already, so I'm really keen to get started on that. But if there's any particular themes or topics that you want to covered as well, then please feel free to add a comment to any of my videos, and I'll pick those up. Maybe that's something we can do. Okay, take care.